Hello everyone, I'm NTom64.
And I'm Sparanda.
And welcome to the HellfireComms playthrough of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We're going to be playing this via the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Nintendo Wii, and as for a nice change of pace, Spar is going to be the one playing, so why don't you get us started, mate?
Yes, I am the one in control of the Wii Remote, and we will not be playing on veteran difficulty because F that.
Oh, Samus, you look so low-res compared to your recent outing.
Oh, yes. I don't know why they haven't done the, proper remaster for this like they did for Prime 1. I'm hoping that this will be dated by the time the videos go up because they'll actually have done that.
I swear to God, if we put up the first part of this and they announce a remaster, I'm gonna hit the fucking roof.
If that's what it takes, I'm okay.
NTom's anger can be used.
If that's what it takes to get the remaster, I'm okay with being the scapegoat.
Now, this is my favourite Metroid Prime so far. I almost called it a trilogy, but no, it's a quadrilogy. Now, what about you, mate?
It's definitely still a trilogy. Metroid Prime 4 does not exist.
Okay.
And that's about all I have to say on that, because I don't want to harp on it too much. Suffice to say, I didn't like it that much.
Well, since I played the first game for the channel, you're playing 2, I'll most likely be doing 3 if we ever get to that, which by process of elimination means you'll be recording the 4th game.
Cardboard cutout of where Sparanda used to be. No, Prime 4 is okay. Like I said, I don't want to harp on it too much, because that's not what this game is, but it's just kind of... It felt like they wanted to hit the nostalgia and try too many new things at the same time, like the open world, and it just didn't mix well, and it just made a game that wasn't that fun. Like, it was kind of fun, but it just wasn't what Metroid Prime 4 needed to be, I think.
Fair enough. Look forward to that playthrough, guys. In the meantime, here's Samus' ship being destroyed again.
Yeah, well, the ship kind of has a bad track record, much like Samus, in terms of getting caught in these kind of situations. This is actually one of my favorite designs for Samus' ship, which is different between the 3 major Prime games. I don't actually know much of what the ship looks like in 4, because it's only there for about 2 seconds, and then you never see it again. Definitely my favorite version of the Varia suit. There's like some minor differences in this compared to the suit in 1 and 3. And again, the Varia suit in 3 is just kind of there for 2 seconds and then gone, because you get the PED suit.
The PED suit. Alrighty, Spar. You can return to your ship to save your game and recharge your energy, but we don't need that right now.
Well, also, the ship is kind of broken.
Starship Hunter class gunship. Your ship has been damaged. Auto repair function initiated. I'm going to be reading the scans. This will definitely not get old.
Hopefully the Tom can keep up with my button mashing to get through the things. A lot of the times, I will probably forget. I'm gonna be honest. It's just kind of how I am.
Well, don't worry. It'll be funny every time it happens. Unable to interface with the door control system. To access door controls, you will need to update your translator files.
Yeah, Google Translate just hasn't been the same since the update.
Ugh, should never have put Gemini in the Varia suit.
Gemini would be a good subtitle for a Metroid game, though.
You would have thought it would have been a subtitle for Echoes, considering who we'll be meeting soon.
Yeah, actually. That's a good point. So I do have the Wii pointer controls, obviously, but I have the setting on so that when I'm locked on, the cursor doesn't move around at all.
Right.
And I just find that a lot easier to keep the pointer where I want it when I am locked on. And I'm also going to be doing things like that where I just let go of the scan before you even have a chance to read it. I've done a lot of randomizers for this game, and that's just how I play.
Downloading map of all available deadies.
It's weird that this particular area has multiple map stations, because that's completely out of the ordinary for the Metroid Prime series, where it's usually you get one map and that's it.
Yeah. Well, like one per area.
Yeah, like just one per area. Like there's a lot of stuff over here that we can't access yet. And I think it's just because this is the map that was acquired by the Galactic Federation troops in this area, and they just didn't have a chance to get much of the others. That was meant to be a jump scare, but I was talking over it, so whatever.
It's not like I've never played the game before, Spar. And speaking of playing in the game, how are we going to be playing in this game, Spar? Because we did do a Patreon poll.
We did a poll to see if we were going to be doing any percent or 100%, and much like my scan on Galactic Sergeant C. Bennett here, I have 100% of their scans because there's only one of them, but I will be getting 100% of the items in the game, which means it's going to be a little bit longer than expected.
Okay.
I'm not going to go read all of his logbook stuff. He basically just says, ooh, spooky monster, and stuff like that. We got these little things which are worker splinters, I think. They're kind of see-through because they're pretty weak. They also don't do a whole lot of damage, but not that big of a problem. Ooh, spooky corpse.
Guys, you can't do the same jump scare twice in a row.
Oh, and because we're on the Wii version, we have the spring ball, so that I can just flick the Wiimote to jump up instead of having to use bomb jumps like normal.
That's so useful. What game did that first appear in normally?
I don't know if it was ever in any of the 2D games, but it was definitely added in Prime 3, I'm pretty sure, because that was the first one on the Wii. And, well, we've got our first real enemy here. These are the Dark Troopers. Basically just Galactic Federation troops that got taken over by something. Just ignore the something for right now. It's not that important. Double kill.
The first game was sort of like aliens. Now it's zombies.
Well, it's more like there's definitely other tropes going on. The zombies is really just for this part, I guess. And we do have a few missiles here, but only 5 for some reason. I've never understood why Samus doesn't keep all of the missiles that she obtains from, like, the previous missions. And, well, we can't go backwards. So I guess we're stuck here now.
Oh, I looked up Springball, by the way. It first appeared in Metroid 2, Return of Samus, in 1991.
Wow, that's actually kind of surprising. I hear this music in my dreams sometimes.
It's very atmospheric. Prime 2 is very heavy on that sort of thing. Like, the first game was no slouch, but this one is, I would say, darker. I would hesitate to call it grittier, because it's about the same.
Well, darker definitely makes sense. I think, is it the UK title for this game was actually Dark Echoes instead of just Echoes?
Let's see.
I can't remember if that's what it was or if it was the Japanese title that was like that. We need the gaming Brit here for all of the Metroid Prime 2 trivia.
Dark Echoes is just what the game was called in Japan.
Ah, okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like both Echoes and Dark Echoes. I feel like Dark Echoes is maybe a bit too on the nose, considering the whole light and dark world, which we're being introduced to right now.
Wow. I forget how quickly you get into, like, the main gimmick of the game.
Well, to be fair, this one's just a cutscene. And it introduces Dark Samus, who we saw in the secret ending of Prime 1, sort of. It's revealed later into the game, but I think it's fair to go ahead and say that this entity is involved with the final boss of the first game, the Metroid Prime. I won't say anything more than that, but they are related.
Well, that would be a spoiler for the third game.
Yeah, I guess so. There was sort of an overarching story once the third game came around. With the first two, it was kind of just very self-contained, which I kind of like in its own way.
Oh, you're red for a dangerous reason.
Yes, we'll learn more about that place and those creatures and all of the stuff going on there. In the meantime, Samus is having a bad day, which is, again, not uncommon.
Alright, give me the whole "you've lost every power-up" message.
Oh, I shouldn't have had that third sake bomb. You want to know the really annoying thing? There's a missile expansion right behind that little thing that we can't break.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, knowing you, Spar, you've done a route for everything, so I will defer to you.
I have something of a route. I did do a practice playthrough, which had bad routing, so I'm probably not going to use the one that I did in that. Alright, I don't have missiles anymore. Can't do that.
No, you can't.
But I can go in here and save.
Now, does this have multiple save files?
Yes, there's 3 save files on the trilogy screen that you can swap between, and you can copy them around. So that's what I'm going to be doing to back up my save in between recording sessions.
Okay, that will make my heart not go into overdrive.
And it looks like the Galactic Federation definitely set up like quite a lot of stuff here, because they've got this entire elevator unit. I wonder if they have like a Dragon Ball capsule system where they just press a button and like all of this shit pops out.
we never get like games or stories about like workers who do all the functional setup for stuff.
Another one of those doors that we can't pass through. Now it's funny that I've mentioned that I've done a lot of randomizer playthroughs. These 2 locks right here, you can actually break from the other side of the door by firing a missile up at the ceiling, and the splash damage from the missile breaks the locks, because otherwise you can't shoot them from the other side of that door. So that's just a little bit of tech that I learned from watching some speedrunners and randomizer playthroughs.
Oh yeah, get ready for a lot of that, guys, if Spar's the one running.
Oh yeah, a lot of things that people do to speedrun and, you know, bypass certain things for the randomizer, I can't do on the Wii version, because I think it uses the EU version of the game as a base, so some things are patched out.
You can't see it, but I had the most hideous scowl on my face. Why would you ever use the EU version of a game?
Well, they did that because the things are patched out.
Fair enough, I guess.
Another one of these combo locks. This is basically just getting you used to the controls, much like the things that were on the Space Pirate space station.
Mm-hmm.
Space Pirate space station. Pirate space station? That thing at the beginning of Prime 1.
No, I think you missed a few combinations of words there.
I'm sure I did. The good thing is we still have the Morph Ball. Unlike Prime 1, we did not lose the Morph Ball, which is probably part of the reason that I enjoy this game more than Prime 1, is because you still have that, because, man, it sucks not having that, especially in randomizers, which I'm not going to bring up as much in future parts, but since we're here at the beginning, it's going to be relevant a lot.
Fair enough. You must have not liked Dread that much, considering how far into the game you get the Morph Ball.
I did not play Dread. Sorry, I was fixing my myself in my chair. That's why the pointer kind of went crazy for a second.
You have to be comfortable when you do Let's Plays, guys.
Indeed. I'm going to ignore those enemies and just do this. I'm fine. When I first played this game, I got to this point and I had no idea what to do, because the camera shows the thing at the top, and then it shows that, and I had no idea what that thing was, but it's just a target that you have to shoot. You can use a charge shot or just a couple normal shots to bring it down. But Small Spar was definitely confused, because Small Spar was an idiot.
It's okay. Big Tom is still an idiot.
Yeah, well, Big Spar is probably also an idiot. Oh no, more enemies. Woo.
Guys, if you're going to do an ambush, can you make it successful one of these days?
No, they're definitely not going to. Again, because of so much of the randomizer play, there's not a lot of things in the game that are going to be very threatening to me. His name is Brutta. El Brutta.
Happy Festival fireworks, yo.
This is an optional scan we can do here. So actually activate a distress signal, which I'm sure the Galactic Federation never attempted to do this in all the time they were here.
My big dish goes brrrm.
I wonder if we can get Cartoon Network on this thing.
Oh, yes. It's literally on Tubi.
It's just nothing but Teen Titans Go.
Oh my god. Shut it down.
Yep.
Good for you guys.
If you don't lock the door, I don't care. Neat little thing there. The turret was actually targeting the splinters.
Well, you know, it's a Galactic Federation base.
Once the splinters are gone, it will target you, though. Angseth. Huh.
Me playing Kingdom Hearts and forgetting the name of the main antagonist.
Just imagining that in Goofy's voice. Angseth?
It is I, Angseth.
Now, there is a cool thing that you can do here in the GameCube version where you use a slope jump, where Samus is pressed up against a wall to give herself extra height on a jump. You can get up to the top of that little platform in the middle and reach the missiles early. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure that's not available in this version. I did show it off during the HFC All-Stars Marathon a couple years back, if you want to check that out.
Very cool.
I really appreciate just how the story is depicted here, especially going from this to Prime 3, where they added voice acting to do everything here without voice acting at all, and still get the level of fear that the Federation troops experience is kind of impressive.
The Galactic Troopers, or Federation even, were very cool back in the day. Their cool status has been a little bit diluted since then.
Well, I'm sure the Federation Force game on 3DS had nothing to do with that.
I've never played it, so I will put my fingers in my mouth for now.
Suffice to say, that was definitely... That came out after people were sort of hungry for more Metroid Prime, and instead they got that. And it's sort of a team-based mission game where your team is all, you know, AI Federation troopers, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, I heard voice acting there, Spar, you liar.
Just a little bit. It doesn't even get subtitles.
Here come the bugs.
It is interesting that they actually take out quite a few of these creatures with just regular bullets. But there's just so many of them that they can't, you know, they can't win. Wow, that is a lot. I don't think I could take out that many, actually. Sort of question how he survived.
Yeah, well.
He didn't, but you know what I mean.
I could be pedantic and ask who was taking all those shots, but whatever.
There's just one Galactic Federation guy with a squeaky voice running around with a camera.
Instead of like an arm cannon, he has an arm camera.
So all these guys have lore scans, which I'll go ahead and grab real quick. I'm not going to read through these because they're not as interesting, but I am going to grab them just because I like completion.
Fair enough. So red means you haven't scanned something yet, correct?
There are 3 colors of scans in this game, and red is for important items, like the lores or this box that we have to destroy. Blue is for unimportant items, like just normal crates that have ammo in them, or maybe even enemies and things like that.
Okay.
And green is for things that you have already scanned.
Did I say you could warp into existence? Let's have a look. Dark Splinter, Dark Link possessed Insectoid Predator. The alien symbiote within the Splinter augments its strength and durability, threat level raised.
Not that much. It's really not that threatening.
The music suggests otherwise, Spar.
Yes, well, they sort of just shift back and forth like that until they die. It's fine. And so right up here, this is missable, although it doesn't really matter. It's our second map station that I was talking about.
Well, hey. Downloading a location of all available McDonald's.
Sure, Samus would be a Wendy's kind of girl.
I guess. Did you pick that because the mascot is female?
Maybe, but also I just like Wendy's better than McDonald's.
Fair enough. Do you like Wendy's, Spar?
Yes, I just said that.
Wendy's nuts in your mouth?
Oh. You know what? That's what I get for paying attention to the game, because I could have stepped into that one.
No, I should never have been made a Kokum.
You pulled one of those on me when you were the one playing the game in Pokemon, so shush.
Okay, fair enough. Nice.
Trick shot.
Doors load faster in this. Still take a little bit sometimes.
They do still take a little bit, yeah. Man, War Wasp enemies are great for young Spar who was terrified of bees. That's awesome.
I wasn't a fan, and still aren't a fan of buzzing insects. I don't know why I was so terrified of them. My mum was like, did someone tell you to be scared of bees? And I'm like, no. It's just a small buzzing thing next to my face or ear.
I think I might have shared this story before, but I'm going to go ahead and share it again because it's relevant. During my high school graduation practice ceremony, actually, I was walking back from the stage, and something buzzed by my ear, and I slapped at it. And I realized after I had gotten back to my seat that I was bleeding all the way down my neck.
Oh.
Because my fingernail had actually slashed a hole, a line in my ear, and I had to go to the nurse's office.
Jesus, Spar, how sharp are your nails? How turned are you?
They were pretty bad. I used to bite my fingernails really, really, really bad. And so when I eventually got over that, I ended up letting them grow out way longer than necessary. And I know this is the absolute riveting commentary that people come to HellfireComms for. Well, we lost all our stuff, but we could still save and just see what's going on.
That's good. Heal up that neck, you don't want to be scratching it again.
Or scratch the ear, yeah. There's also a missile expansion in this room that we can't get to either.
Ooh, you.
It's actually right here behind this rock. And this is an interesting rock because in the original GameCube version, this scan says that it's telluric alloy, which basically means it's vulnerable to morph ball bombs.
Right.
However, you can also destroy it in the GameCube version with power bombs, the boost ball, and super missiles.
Huh.
Yeah. Again, randomizer knowledge.
Alright guys, let's do this.
Yeah, just more of these things. They don't want to give you, like, really difficult enemies, I guess. It is nice that they make a big deal about this early on, and then afterwards the possession thing just sort of happens, and it doesn't, like, overstay its welcome with the cutscenes, I guess.
You want to make sure the player understands what's happening before you know, take off the leash.
Again, just not super threatening, though, and, I mean, my experience with the game definitely has a lot to do with that, but even then, I don't think these things are, like, super dangerous or whatever. Although I keep missing my shots. Oh, and it's a big one. Actually a missable scan here, as it is for all bosses, but this one specifically has a missable scan because this thing is about to be taken over and possessed, and it becomes a different enemy. It's actually more dangerous when it's in this form because it has less of a pattern that it follows. When it turns into the dark version, it's actually harder to follow. Or easier to follow, I should say.
Beware the purple! Dark Alpha Splinter.
This is our first... I'd call it a mini-boss, I guess. It has a longer scan time, so we'll call it a mini-boss then.
Alpha male of a Darkling Warpack. Gigantic predator with symbiote-enhanced strength, speed, and armor.
Gigantic is pretty generous, I'm gonna be honest here, guys.
Well, it's the size of, like, a medium big dog.
Isn't Samus supposed to be really tall because she's got the Chozo DNA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this thing's about as tall as her.
How tall is Samus? 6'3".
Ah, okay. A few inches taller than me, then.
Might as well be monolithic compared to me.
It's glowy. And it's ours now. Mr. Ghost, was all of that really necessary?
Yes. Unknown item acquired. It's bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance.
Huh. So, basically nothing. Just adware, I guess.
Just the equivalent of Zygarde giving us a pebble. Probably not quite as important, though.
So we'll find out in just a moment what that thing was, but I'll tell you that as an item to be collected throughout the game, it actually means nothing. Because you can actually do everything in this game without getting it, as per speedruns and randomizers.
You guys cultivating suns in here?
Kinda? Not far off, actually.
Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. One of my favorite races in Metroid. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, now there were two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension.
Light and dark copies of anything is just really cool. It's just a really cool trope.
These guys are the Ing.
They are the Ing, and it's very funny. I used to play this with one of my best friends watching, basically, and we played the multiplayer as well. But he had a T-shirt with the name of a bank on it, and the name of the bank was ING. Yeah. So I always joke that he was working with the Ing.
When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world, half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish.
Samus has deduced that this guy is not a threat.
I mean, just look at him. He's a big moth. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse.
They really are moths, because their entire religion is based on light. They're really just attracted to the light.
The energy transfer module is now bonded to you.
Yeah, that's the thing that we picked up earlier. Like I said, it's actually not required for anything, despite it, in the explanation of the game, being the thing that allows us to do all of these things. You can actually do all of those without picking up the item.
The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I thought she was going to give him a thumbs up there. Violet holograms are now good to go.
Yes, we can now scan the lore modules and open the gates with the violet or purple holograms on them.
Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you.